Welcome back to the channel, my fellow Salem addicts. The preview for the week of August 10th to the 14th has just dropped, and it is a massive emotional gut punch. If you have been holding out hope for a miracle regarding our beloved Lexie Carver, I am so sorry to be the bearer of bad news. The spoilers heavily hint that Lexie's time on this earth has officially run out again, and the circumstances surrounding her final moments are nothing short of a nightmare. We are talking about a devastating, lonely death in the dark, cold DiMera tunnels. Can you believe it? After everything Lexie has been through, after the miraculous Versavic's resurrection that gave her family a fleeting glimmer of hope, she is going to meet a tragic end all over again. And the worst part? It is all because of E.J. DiMera's staggering arrogance and his twisted god complex. The weekly promo kicks off with a scene that gave me absolute chills. We see Theo Carver, and guys, he is not the quiet, gentle kid we are used to seeing. Theo is on a complete warpath. He storms into the DiMera mansion alongside Chad DiMera, and they are taking absolutely no prisoners. They run into Rita Lesley, who hardcore fans will remember as Stefano's old loyal fixer, and Theo literally threatens her. He looks her dead in the eye and warns her that if she does not get out of his way, he will physically make her. Amazing. I absolutely love seeing this fierce, protective side of Theo. For years, we watched him navigate the world with his autism, often being the sweet, innocent soul of the Carver family. But right now, he is channeling that fiery DiMera blood mixed with Abe's relentless pursuit of justice. He is a son fighting for his mother's life, and it is incredibly powerful television. And you have to give massive credit to Chad for stepping up. A lot of fans think Chad is too soft when it comes to his family's dark legacy, but I actually think he is the perfect moral counterweight to EJ. Chad accompanying Theo on this frantic search speaks volumes. Chad knows exactly how twisted his brother can be. He knows the dark history of the DiMera tunnels better than anyone. From the horrors of Maison Blanche to the countless hostages held in those underground cells over the decades, the DiMera tunnels are a place of pure nightmare. Remember when Abigail was tormented? Remember the countless times Stefano used those secret rooms to torture his enemies? Chad refuses to let his family's legacy be defined by this underground cruelty. Chad standing by Theo's side is a massive declaration of war against EJ. He is choosing the Carver family, and he is choosing basic human decency over his own brother's sick, twisted, scientific experiments. So, Theo and Chad finally bypass Rita and burst into the DiMera tunnels. The atmosphere is incredibly claustrophobic and tense. They are desperately searching for Lexie's secret medical pod room. You can just feel the panic radiating off the screen. They finally manage to break into the room, and Theo rushes to what he hopes is his mother's recovery bed. But here is the kicker, and it is absolutely soul-crushing. It is too late. The spoilers reveal that when Theo finally reaches her bedside, Lexie is already dead. She has passed away before her son could even say a proper goodbye. Just pause and think about the psychological weight of this for a second. Back in 2012, when Lexie died of a brain tumor, she was surrounded by immense love. She was in Abe's arms, looking out at a beautiful garden, surrounded by her family. It was heartbreaking, but it was peaceful. This time, she died in a sterile underground bunker, hooked up to Dr. Wilhelm Rolf's nightmare machines, completely isolated from the people who truly loved her. That is crazy. It is an absolute injustice to a legacy character like Lexie Carver. Lexie was the bridge between the Carvers and the DiMeras. She was the one who tried to find the good in Stefano, the one who tried to heal people as a brilliant doctor at University Hospital. For a doctor of her caliber to be subjected to Dr. Rolf's unhinged, Frankenstein-esque experiments is a complete violation of everything she stood for. I am honestly furious with the writers for putting Abe and Theo through this exact same grief a second time, only to make it 1,000 times more traumatic. And you won't believe the sheer hypocrisy of EJ DiMera in all of this. Remember just a few weeks ago when EJ vowed that Lexie would not die alone? He promised Theo that he had everything under control. He played God with the Versavic serum, thinking he was as invincible and brilliant as Stefano. But EJ is not Stefano. Stefano, for all his evil, actually perfected the art of resurrection and manipulation. EJ just created a temporary, agonizing delay of the inevitable. EJ hid Lexie away to protect his own illegal pharmaceutical empire and his twisted pride. He let his own sister die in the dark just so he would not have to admit that his grand scientific experiment was a colossal failure. I think this move was a huge mistake for EJ's character, pushing him past the point of no return. He thinks he can play chess with human lives just like his father did with the pawn, but EJ lacks Stefano's twisted genius. He is just a desperate man in a suit making fatal errors. The fallout from this is going to be apocalyptic. When Abe Carver finds out that Lexie died alone in those tunnels, we are going to see a wrath like never before. Abe is the moral pillar of Salem. He is a former police commissioner and a former mayor. He has survived being shot. He has survived Stefano's endless games. But this betrayal by EJ is deeply personal because EJ promised to protect Lexie. This is going to break Abe in a way we haven't seen since 2012. The grief is going to instantly morph into a blinding, relentless rage. Abe and Theo are going to be out for EJ's blood, and honestly, I am completely here for it. EJ deserves every single ounce of their fury. Which brings us to the ultimate question: can Abe and Theo actually send EJ DiMera to prison for this? Let's break down the crimes. EJ has been harboring a supposedly deceased person, facilitating unlicensed and highly illegal medical experiments via Dr. Rolf, and essentially holding Lexie captive in a secret underground facility while her health rapidly deteriorated. We are talking about concealing a corpse, tampering with a legacy will, and gross negligence resulting in death. If that isn't kidnapping and medical malpractice, I don't know what is. A lot of fans think EJ will just slither his way out of this with DiMera money and high-priced lawyers, but I actually think Abe has the political and police connections to finally nail him to the wall. Abe isn't just a grieving husband. He is a man who knows the Salem Penal Code inside and out. Imagine Abe marching into District Attorney Melinda Trask's office and demanding EJ's head on a silver platter. Trask loves a high-profile conviction, and taking down the CEO of DiMera Enterprises would be the crown jewel of her career. Plus, we have Rafe Hernandez as the police commissioner. Rafe already absolutely despises EJ. The entire Salem police force is going to mobilize against the DiMera patriarch. I genuinely believe we are about to witness the spectacular downfall of EJ DiMera. He is going to lose his company, his freedom, and whatever is left of his soul. But I am also deeply worried about Theo. Psychological trauma changes a person. Theo has now lost his mother twice. The first time, it was a tragedy of nature. This time, it was a tragedy of human arrogance. Will this push Theo to embrace his darker DiMera roots? Could we see Theo bypass the legal system entirely and seek his own form of vigilante justice against EJ? That would be a phenomenal plot twist. Imagine Theo, the boy with the purest heart in Salem, finally snapping and using his DiMera inheritance to systematically destroy EJ's life from the inside out. Whatever happens next, the week of August 10th is going to change the landscape of Days of Our Lives forever. Lexie Carver deserved so much better than a lonely death in a dark tunnel, and EJ DiMera deserves to rot in a prison cell for what he has done. The Carver family is forever broken, and the DiMera civil war is about to explode. I cannot wait to see Chad, Abe, and Theo completely dismantle EJ's empire. What do you guys think? Will EJ finally face justice, or will he slip through the cracks again? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments.